Thank you for tuning in to Inside Taiwan. I'm Melvin Tan. The General Chamber of Commerce of the Republic of China has issued its first industrial recommendation report for Taiwan's service industry, which has grown quickly in recent years. The proposal touches upon human resources, energy and environmental conservation, and cross-strait policies. According to the Chamber, the service industry cannot develop unless it forms innovative product partnerships. It also called on the Council of Labor Affairs to provide paid child care days for workers during typhoon.
The General Chamber of Commerce of the Republic of China has issued its first industrial recommendation report. The report focuses on Taiwan's service industry, which accounts for 67% of the island's GDP. According to Chamber Chairman Zhang Pingzhao, Taiwan's small market size means that its service industry cannot grow without innovative product partnerships. Zhang also expressed approval for paid typhoon childcare days for workers. However, experts say that the government needs to mediate labor cost negotiations as operational costs are constantly climbing and workers need more benefits and guarantees. Taiwan's service industry now accounts for nearly 60% of the total labor market, and the island is transitioning away from manufacturing. In short, the government needs to relax restrictions on foreign labor and temporary worker hires to provide employers with more flexibility.
A group recently departed from the presidential office, embarking upon a walking tour of Taiwan that is expected to take 45 days and generate support for President Ma Ying-jeou's re-election campaign. And before leaving, President Ma emphasized the importance of exercise, and during his term of office, he hoped to increase the percentage of citizens participating in regular exercise as part of a Golden Decade policy. One couple in this group, surnamed Sun, plan to walk barefoot as they began this practice to rid themselves of disease and cancer, as well as gain a deeper appreciation for Taiwan.
President Ma Ying-jeou wore athletic wear and joined a group at the presidential office. They're about to embark upon a tour of Taiwan. Before departure, he told everyone to take care of their health. He said that physical fitness can lead to a cheerful mood and stimulate the brain. After taking office, he has improved the ratio of citizens taking part in regular exercise, calling it a Golden Decade policy. This walking tour of Taiwan began on the morning of the 16th, and before the departure from the presidential office, the event attracted people from Belgium and the Netherlands. Also, there's one woman from Switzerland who only has one leg but wants to participate. There is a barefoot couple who have walked barefoot for 20 years to get rid of disease and cancer. This group will campaign for Ma as they plan to spend 45 days traveling Taiwan in a clockwise direction, passing through the beautiful East Rift Valley and then moving to the west coast. They will pass through 19 counties and walk an expected 1,099 kilometers, returning to Taipei on December 30th, with their final stop being Taipei 101.
In the past 6 or 7 years, the National Palace Museum has invested funds, personnel, and resources to digitize its collection and develop peripheral antiquities collections. The NPM has extremely strict standards in place, and product manufacturers must return or destroy digital files as soon as they are no longer needed.
Despite a steep price tag of 1.88 million NT, the National Palace Museum has sold more than 200 sets of its reproduction of the Dragon Sutra. Its other peripheral products inspired by famous paintings have also proven to be extremely popular with tourists. In recent years, the NPM has invested significant resources in digitizing its collection and developing new product lines. Manufacturers are reviewed and approved before they are authorized to receive images of artifacts, and the images have to be returned or destroyed within 2 months of a project's completion. Failure to do so results in fines. In regards to NPM employees Chen Yaodong and Ye Lijun being caught using their positions to make illegal copies of artifact files, the NPM says that it has comprehensive national treasure control mechanisms in place, but that it will continue assessing and reviewing the system. Considering that the NPM's collection consists of 690,000 priceless artifacts and that Chen and Ye may have been stealing files for up to 3 years, it would appear that the NPM's internal controls have a great deal of room for improvement.
Many people are concerned about the practice of unpaid leave, with the Council of Labor Affairs' latest report indicating that an additional 36 companies in the past 2 weeks will adopt unpaid leave. And this brings the total number of companies with signed unpaid leave agreements with staff to 48 companies. It is also an increase of more than 2,700 people, bringing the total number of staff on unpaid leave to more than 5,500. The CLA says that the increase in companies offering unpaid leave is not large, as they expect it to begin slowly.
From the Council of Labor Affairs' last report, November 1st, regarding unpaid leave, the latest data indicates there are now currently 48 companies that have signed agreements with employees to take unpaid leave. This is an increase of 36 companies compared to the previous reporting date, with the number of employees agreeing to this policy reaching 5,513, which is also an increase of 2,712 employees compared to the previous reporting period. The Council of Labor Affairs and data provided by a Taiwan IT Workers Union shows a small discrepancy. As at the end of October, they announced that 63 companies with 33,000 people were getting unpaid leave. Adding 12 companies and 3,400 people, the CLA has authorized local governments to provide further verification. Those currently on unpaid leave include solar energy, photovoltaic, and LED companies, along with PCB makers. The majority have placed no limit on the amount of unpaid leave, as it could extend 3 to 5 months, with 16 of the 48 companies involved being small businesses with less than 10 employees.
Starting next year, the Ministry of Transportation and Communications will allow passenger car, vehicle, taxi cab, and moped owners to select their own license plate numbers for a fee. In-demand license plates will be auctioned off with starting bids of 3,000 NT dollars.
This 8888-88 license plate fetched 3.59 million NT in auction last month in Taipei City. Starting next year, passenger car, taxi cab, and motorcycle owners will be able to select their own license plates for 2,000 NT. Moped owners, meanwhile, will be able to select their own plates for 1,000 NT. Plates with 4 consecutive 6s or 8s will be auctioned off with starting bids of 6,000 NT, while plates with paired numbers like 6688 or sequential numbers like 5678 will have a starting bid of 3,000 NT. The plate selection service is currently only available in Taipei and Kaohsiung, but will become available nationwide starting in January. However, a media poll of taxi drivers failed to elicit much interest. The Directorate General of Highways says that around 30% of passenger cars in Taiwan paid the fee to select their own plates, which translated to revenues of 260 million NT for the government. Once the service is expanded, revenues will likely rise to 300 million NT.
Taipei's famous breakfast restaurant, Fuhan Doujiang, has refused to participate in the uniform invoice system and being subject to repeated fines. An appeal has dismissed in August, and the restaurant recently visited the Taipei National Tax Administration, applying for the uniform invoice system and gaining notoriety for becoming the northern area's first soy milk restaurant offering uniform receipt.
The staff at this restaurant are busy, as this cash register is issuing many receipts on the first day of joining the uniform invoice system. Still, they don't make many mistakes, though this long line of customers makes them work a little quicker. Taipei's Fuhan Doujiang is a well-known soy milk breakfast restaurant that has been previously punished for refusing to join the uniform invoice system, as it petitioned the National Tax Administration, which gave it fines of 3,000 and 9,000 NT dollars. The case was recently dismissed, and just a few days ago it applied to join this system, becoming the first soy milk restaurant in the northern area to be part of the uniform invoice system. In addition, Daji's famous chicken chain, with monthly revenue of nearly 2 million NT dollars, has also attracted the attention of tax authorities, who in the morning did not respond, but said that it should meet conditions of this system, as it will carry out further communications with this business. It appears that these high-profile businesses with high turnover have become a target for tax authorities.